Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet an internationally known fitness expert who says Americans are making diet and exercise way too complicated. His incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as a former newsman, I can tell you it is confusing. We get so much information. One day a study comes out and says red wine is good for you. Next day a study comes out and says it's bad for you. There's the caveman diet, the sugar busters diet, the Mediterranean diet. You go down the aisle of any grocery store and all of the choices are dizzying. So we're going to simplify it with Luke Milton. He is the founder and CEO of Training Mate Companies. Thanks for coming on the show.
Jeff, thanks for having me. How exciting. What an amazing facility you got here, first and foremost. But thank you very much for having me. Look, as you said, look, I want to read some of that misinformation sometimes because it can be very, very exciting. But there is information overload out there for consumers right now. And if I can do my part to simplify it, and I genuinely believe in a healthy lifestyle, and I genuinely believe that it's quite simple to achieve a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, so people are in Texas are going to detect an accent.
Yes.
So tell us about your upbringing.
Well, I'm from Australia, from Sydney, Australia. Had a very normal Australian upbringing. We grew up by going to the beach in summer, playing rugby or soccer in the winter. My dad was a cop, my mum's a dental nurse, and we just had a good upbringing. I grew up with an older brother, and we had like a little street gang that we would get around with, and we'd ride our BMXs until we were told to come in for dinner. It was a great upbringing.
And you played professional rugby?
I did. I'm very proud of that, actually. I was lucky enough to represent my country, the country of Australia, in both rugby league and rugby union. Wow. And that was something that I turned professional at the age of 18 and just had a really good time. And that's where I really discovered the importance of camaraderie, having mates, facilitating a social health part of our life, because we always hear about the physical health, and I'm happy to lead into that. But I believe a healthy lifestyle is physical health, social health, and mental health. Yes. And if we can address all 3 of those things, that's what professional athletics taught me. I had that solidarity of the boys waiting for me.
And I think one of the reasons why people can't stay on a diet plan is because it's too, they're depriving themselves of something.
Absolutely.
So they just want a chicken fried steak. And under your plan, occasionally you can have a chicken fried steak.
Absolutely. Look, we've got to do the thing that we're going to continue to do. So the best workout is the one that you're going to continue to consistently do. The best nutrition plan is the one that we can do for the long term. So whatever that may be, I'm a huge believer in high protein, less processed. So the macronutrient thing, you and I were talking before we started filming, everyone throws around macronutrients like they're some doctor expert in this whole thing. It's a fat, a protein, and a carbohydrate. Super simple. I would have the shortest book ever written on nutrition, right? But that's all it is. Emphasis has to be on proteins. We need a little bit of those fats in there. Carbohydrates always get confused for processed nonsense, like the white flours, the processed in a container, high sugar, high sweeteners, and they really just are there for a little bit of fuel, a little bit of energy. They don't do a whole heap for the body and the validity of our health. So get as much protein in as you can, good quality, as close to its natural state as possible. My big thing is if it's had a life, it's good for you. So whether it's swim around an ocean, run around, hopefully a regeneratively farmed farm, and just keep it as close to its natural state as possible, you'll be good. Keep your water going, boom, done.
Love it. Okay, we're going to pull up his website because your company has become very large. How many locations do you have now?
Yeah, so there's 15 locations across the company now. We started in West Hollywood in California, 13 13 years ago. It feels like yesterday, but it also feels like 3 centuries ago.
Yes.
And look, what we were talking about, this is all about the Aussie lifestyle and really bringing that to the American fitness industry,
Yes.
taking the intimidation out of what group fitness always has been,
Yes.
putting that Aussie flair to it, making it likable, making it relatable, and making it something that everyone can do.
Well, and I should, full disclosure, Luke works with A-list celebrities, and I don't want you to, disclose anything you're not able to disclose, but I asked you before the show, what's your favorite client?
Yeah.
And you mentioned Alan.
Yeah, look, Alan Leach is not only a very close personal friend, but is one of the more proud, transformations that we've had over the time. Alan and I met years ago now. He became really into training, mate, and got very consistent, and then came to one day when he'd come off a set of Downton Abbey. They just finished filming the first movie, and admittedly it's a period piece. You can go and there's a little bit more room in those clothes, and then he got like a career-defining role in Bohemian Rhapsody where he was a little less clothes on, a little more shirtless scenes, and he was a professional athlete. I'll say I've never been more proud of someone in my life. He transformed overnight. Should have won multiple awards for his role in that. He looked phenomenal. His commitment, dedication, and professionalism to his craft inspired me, and it inspired a lot of actors on set with him. He got a lot of comments about how hard he'd worked for the results he got.
Outstanding. And Luke is an international celebrity. As I was researching for the show, I found some video from the Hallmark Channel. So you're a frequent guest on national news programs.
I love this part, Jeff. I love coming on here. I love preaching the healthy lifestyle message out to everyone. And, in their own right, Deb and Cam here, they're both fitness aficionados. They are so good at what they do. So going on to, different shows where people really get it and they're very athletic. It's really cool to get that activation and get that in and really sort of promote the word.
Okay, so when you're working with a client for the first time, and let's suppose their thing is cheesecake, that's their dessert.
Sure.
How do you work with them to say, okay, we're going to have a little cheesecake. It's not going to be every meal. How do you work with them?
I always want to know what their goals are.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me, are you trying to get onto a big movie set? Do you have to have some physical resemblance to your role? Or are you trying to, increase or decrease the amount of insurance you're going to have to pay each year and tick a few health boxes? Because it's very different as to which way or which program we go, how aggressive we go into the program.
Right.
I always love to help people with their nutrition. I always love to help people with their physical movement. So depending on their goals, depends on how I will program for them. If you tell me that you want to have a six-pack in the next 3 months, that's going to be a very aggressive nutrition plan. And we're going to be very specific with the physical exercises that we do. We're going to have a lot of strength work in there. We're going to actually increase the amount of skeletal muscle that's lean and that helps with our metabolism. Whereas if you just want to go everyday life, a little bit more movement, a little bit more flexibility, play with your kids a bit more, be a little bit more active in your community.
Sure.
We're going to work on, there's going to be a few cheat meals, of course, there should be. You've got to live your life, you've got to enjoy what you're doing. If it's a cheesecake, have the cheesecake. Let's just make sure we're not having too much of the cheesecake. Let's make sure we're hydrating, we're getting plenty of water in, we're getting plenty of sleep in. A lot of the stuff that we're going to do will not only build your strength, I'm a big fan of strength work, not only build your strength, but we'll work on your range of movement too, your mobility across your big joints, the stretches, the hip flexibility, the posterior chain flexibility, things that are going to give you more movement and healthy lifestyle attributes.
And on a high protein diet, you shouldn't be hungry.
No, you really shouldn't be. It's really satiating, it's really good, and the better quality that protein is, weirdly enough, the better you're going to look, right? And the better you're going to feel, more importantly.
Well, you've changed countless lives over time. We're going to show some video of you doing, I think it looks like a boot camp here. So tell us more about your company and how people can engage you.
Yeah, look, Training Mate is a group fitness, high intensity interval training workout. So we have up to 36 people in a class. This is an activation that we did with Viore. It was amazing. It was so cool, and getting out and building the community. That's what Training Mate is known for. We refer to ourselves as 51% social, 49% physical. And it's always about building these communities and making sure that we are engaging with the communities and building teams wherever we are. Again, that goes back to that 51% social, 49% fitness. So the more of these community days we can do, the better. when you're in a studio, you're going to be getting high fives, you're going to be getting cheered on, you're going to get a nickname. It's really not an intimidating place, which usually is so synonymous with the fitness industry.
Yes.
We're all about team, all about community, and all about the experience of fitness.
And let's talk about the importance of an accountability partner or two.
100%.
I mean, people look forward to waking up early and going to these events.
Look, it's in our name. It's a training mate. You've got to have someone in this joyous thing of life. You've got to have someone by your side, and that's what we strive to do. And we've done it for countless celebrities. Training Mate became one of the hottest celebrity-followed workouts ever, with people like Selena Gomez, Hilary Duff, Vanessa Hudgens, Ash Tisdale, Rachel McAdams, Tyra Banks, Alan Leach, Jesse Metcalf, Jensen Button, a lot of big celebrities that have come in over the time that have absolutely loved it, to the everyday people that are just trying to get back in some sort of a routine. Maybe they've been out of college sports for a little bit longer. Maybe they never were in fitness. The beautiful thing about Training Mate is because it's a timed principle, you can do as many things as you want in 45 seconds. And Jeff, you and I could be next to each other. You would beat me, obviously, but we can get the same relative results out of the experience, whether you're an Olympic athlete or whether you're just getting back into some form of movement pattern.
Okay, and you just launched a national podcast. We've got a clip. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Love it.
Everybody throw out 3 potential names.
Oh God, I'm not good at that game.
Oh, fuck, I excel.
The name of our podcast is
Lift this,
Fall
lift this.
Deep.
Oh.
Are we doing it now?
Yeah, this was your idea.
I'm the trainer's trainer, the strength and conditioning coach. Luke is group exercise and business, and you're the DEI woman.
And I know you're in LA now, and Gunnar was in LA for 100 years. But here's my
Did you know this was happening?
Yes,
Thanks for sharing that.
I did. It's on your entire breakdown, and it says segment 2, call-ins.
There's a breakdown?
Oh, come on.
Wait till the tequila comes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
brought you this since you don't like to get in this with the studio.
Well, I didn't say. Who said that? When you talk to my contractor, make sure we have him put in speakers so that we hear the calls like that. Just because this is some guest.
Wait, I didn't even.
Sorry.
The whole.
Do you have a strategy behind how you train women when it comes to that?
Do you want me to
You're the
tick it
expert,
off?
Jen.
You're the woman.
Because I have a vagina? Okay. I'll jump in first. Listen, those Dynamax balls are built for that.
Yeah, but her Dynamax neck was not built for that.
Walks around like this, like, big, silly blonde. And you're one of the smartest, most sensitive and interesting people that I've ever met.
Wow,
Clearly,
you need to get out
You
more.
want to be on the...
Jen was homeschooled.
You're my only friend.
We are encouraging you to send in questions in video format because we want to feel like you're here and judge you.
All right, I applaud you. Like, having done TV news for 25 years, I love how loose it is.
Yes.
I mean, it feels like it's just a great conversation between friends.
Look, and that's exactly what it is. We're 3 great friends. For anyone who doesn't know, might have been living under a rock, but that's Gunnar Peterson, like probably the greatest celebrity trainer to ever live. He hates being called a celebrity trainer, but I'm going to keep saying that. And Jen Wiederstrom, who, like, both are very close friends. Jen's probably the premier female trainer in the country, if not the world right now. I have nothing but respect for them, not only personally, but professionally. And being able to hang out and just have a chat, for an hour at a time with 2 of your closest friends and, hopefully deliver the right message and a credible message out into the fitness industry. The podcast has been a really, really cool passion project that we're all enjoying very much. It's called the Kids Table because we really wanted to make sure that it was known as being fun. Sometimes growing up and going to the adult table isn't all that it's cracked up to be. So we want to make sure that there is some light there, but there's also some real nuggets if anyone's looking to get into fitness, is in the fitness industry, or just genuinely curious about how you train some of the biggest celebrities in the world. Between the 3 of us, we've all done, really well for ourselves within this industry, and we all love and respect the industry. So getting the right information out there is really important to us.
Okay, Luke, I want to end with some advice to people because I often say that we're wired and tired, right?
Yeah.
So people are taking caffeine to get up.
Yes.
They're having an adult beverage to wind down.
Yeah.
We're sleep deprived. We're burning the candles at both ends and in the middle.
Yep.
So what's your advice to the person who's just tired of being tired?
Yeah, a couple of really simple tips. Make sure that you're getting enough hydration. I think that 90% of Americans are dehydrated. So the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, this is what I do, have a large glass of water, squeeze half of lemon in there and just go for it. That's going to start your hydration. If you want to go 2.0, a little bit of a sprinkle of Baja Gold salt. Yes. I know that Gary Brecka, who I've got a lot of respect for, really promotes it's at. Make sure you're getting some movement. Now, the movement, it doesn't have to be Training Mate. I would love for you to come to Training Mate, but if you can't get to a Training Mate, go for a 30-minute walk. Take your dogs out. Go for a swim. Whatever you need to do at least 30 minutes per day of exercise, and then make sure that we're getting to sleep at night. A couple of sleep tips, and I have really changed my opinion on this, but sleep is so important, getting that 7 to 9 hours per night. Cool your room down, go under 70 degrees, 68, 69 degrees at night. Put a sleep mask on or something that blocks the light out. If you've got blackout shades, they're my 3 big tips that will change your health instantly. Make sure that we're getting some hydration. Make sure that we're moving our bodies and really focus on sleep. They're your 3 cost nothing, go for it things that we can do. And if you want to go 2.0, jump on Google doing some breath work. Learn how to calm yourself down. Jump on there, join a community fitness center. Maybe it's a game of pick up basketball, pick up soccer, whatever it is, but get that camaraderie and that mateship. Physical health, social health, mental health. There you have it, a healthy lifestyle.
Outstanding. You are so inspiring. Thank you for sharing the tips to mind, body, and spirit with us. We're going to end with his website, which again is trainingmate.com. The great Luke Milton. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, mate. Really appreciate it. Right, thanks.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.